What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of Brand New Show. Sorry. As you know, I am Brand New, like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. Brand New Show. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Real Brand New Show. That's Real Brand New Show. Facebook, The Brand New Show. And of course, TikTok, Brand New Show. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Really, where you go though is the YouTube channel, man. Brand New Show YouTube channel, man. Go subscribe, comment, like the vids, like the shorts. It all helps in the algorithm if you do. Shout out to all the new subscribers on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys dearly. Let's get into it, man. Tonight it is Wrestling Life. Yeah. Past weekend, 4 events. One from the main roster WWE, NXT, AEW Forbidden Door, and of course TNA Slammiversary. Um, yeah, craziness to say the least. Um, I can honestly say, um, out of all 4 of those events, Night of Champions was the worst. like Night of Champions fucking sucked. It was just like I said the night that I did it. Night of Champions was basically if you like if you wanted Oba to win, he won. If you wanted EO to win, she won. If you wanted EO to win, she won. You wanted Sammy to win, he won. But that's basically fucking it. Like nothing else happened on that card that you can. I've already said this. Like if I was y'all, I wouldn't even go back and really watch Night of Champions. I just like I always say, like I wouldn't even go back and rewatch that shit. I'll just wait for the fucking clips and shit to come out. Like eventually WWE's gonna post, the clips of matches and shit at some point. I just watch the fucking clips. So I wouldn't even waste my time in watching Night of Champions. I like NXT. I thought NXT was really good. Great American Bash was really good. Um, I didn't really get a chance to see Forbidden Door like that because I was watching NXT. And then I had to record right after that shit, so I didn't really have a chance to really watch Forbidden Door like that. Um, I've heard some great things. I gotta go back and watch Mercedes and Maya World. I want to go back and rewatch that, so I'm definitely gonna go back and rewatch that when they finally put that shit on put that shit on, the app. I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. I've always said Will Ospreay and Swerve would be a great match. I talk about those 2 matches particularly later on. I talk about WWE situation. Um, I heard the cage match was really dope. I like that cage that AEW did. That shit looked dope. Like that looked kind of like an octagon, really, but like way more. Like you could do more in that situation. I like that. I thought that was a really dope cage. I looked at that shit and I was like, I don't know how the fuck they did that, but I like that. I was like, I don't know how they did that, but I like that. I like that. That shit fire. I like that. That shit was fire. I like that cage, bro. That cage was dope as shit. That shit looked dope. That shit looked very dope. And that kind of small ass ring, and they got a way to do that cage. I was like, man, that's pretty fucking creative. Pretty fucking creative indeed. Um, so yeah. Um, but I'm gonna go back and watch that match. I want to go back and watch that match. I didn't get a chance to see that. Heard great things about that match. Of course, like I said, Swerve and Will Ospreay. I mean, anybody that knows me knows Swerve and Will Ospreay. I thought that was gonna obviously be one of the best matches of the fucking year. So yeah. But WWE. So I don't even know where to start with WWE. There's two things that I can start with, and both of them just piss me off out the gate. I'll be honest with you. Both of them piss me off out the gate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't even gonna hold you. They both piss me off out the gate. I ain't even gonna hold you. Where do I want to go with this? Let's just go King of the Ring. Fuck it. Obafemi won King of the Ring. Obafemi won King of the Ring. It was the right decision and the right choice. Until Monday night happened. You see, you can feel that was the right decision and right choice until you get new information. And we got a massive new information. Obafemi wins King of the Ring. Brock Lesnar comes out, which I predicted he would. He kicks Oba in the nuts, F5s him, and is about to leave. And Obafemi basically says, nah, we're not doing this shit no more. I'm not chasing you. You're not gonna keep chasing. I'm not gonna keep chasing you, Brock. This shit is happening, and it's happening now. We're gonna fight, and we're gonna fight at SummerSlam. And Brock's like, all right, bet. But it's gonna be inside of a Hell in a Cell. That is great. Brock has never lost Hell in a Cell. If you heard Michael Cole, Brock's never lost in a Hell in a Cell. He's never lost one. So it makes sense. Here's the problem. Because Oba accepts this match and Oba's like, nah, let's do this match. He forgoes the title match that he's supposed to have at SummerSlam. Now, if you don't know what the fuck forgoes means, then it basically says he passes. He passed on that SummerSlam match. He didn't want the title match at SummerSlam. And that's why I say, yes, it was the right choice up until they did that. Oba was the right choice for King of the Ring until they did that. Because now you look at the entire King of the Ring and you say, so what the fuck was the point of the King of the Ring? What the fuck was the point of it? What the fuck was the point of it? The reason why I say what the fuck was the point of King of the Ring is because WWE has this affection, this thought process of they think they're swerving us. And in reality, you're not. You're confusing us. You're confusing the fuck out of us. You're not swerving us. This is not smart. This isn't, oh my God, we got you. No, this is confusing. It's stupid. And it's fucking disappointing to have Oba win King of the Ring and basically not even fight for a title. Now, I get it. If you don't think this man, one, is ready, or two, you're not ready to put the belt on him. I get it. I understand it. Do I like it? Fuck no, I don't. But I get it. Here's where the problem kicks in. Like I said, now you look at the whole King of the Ring because of what happened at the end of Monday Night Raw, and that is Seth Rollins coming out and basically getting a title match against Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins was in King of the Ring. Seth Rollins could have been Obafemi's opponent in the finals of the King of the Ring. You basically could have done all the shit you did Monday, Saturday. You could have had Brock come out and screw over Femi, like most of us predicted he would. You could have had Brock come out, screw over Femi. We get to Monday. Oba is like, fuck this. Me and Brock need to have a match. I don't give a fuck where he's at. He better bring his ass here. If he gotta come next week, he gotta come next week. If he's out here, if he's here tonight, bring his ass out to the stage. It's on. Because we are fighting and I'm done with this shit. You could have had all of the shit you did Monday. It would have made more sense if you did it Saturday. Brock could have screwed Oba of King of the Ring. And then you could have had Seth win King of the Ring. Could have had Seth win King of the Ring. Oba and Brock at SummerSlam. And Seth is clearly going to pick Roman because Roman has his fucking belt that he never fucking lost. All the shit you did Monday, you could have easily fucking corrected it Saturday. It would have made way more sense if you just did it Saturday. But instead, you chose to take Seth out the King of the Ring, which people, by the way, said, that don't make a lick of fucking sense. You chose to take Seth out the ring just so him and Braun Breaker can have a fucking third match, which, by the way, you could have fucking did at Saturday Night Main Event. You could have fucking did it at Saturday Night's Main Event. You could have held off, did it at Saturday Night Main Event, and had Seth versus Braun in the cage match at Saturday Night Main Event. Hell, if you really wanted to make it personal, you could have just had it in Chicago. Because you kind of need a main event for Monday Night Raw, which I will get to because it sounds like you already do. I'll get to that in a minute. This is my problem with WWE booking right now. This shit does not need to be this fucking complicated. It is simple. That's all it needs to be, bro. I say this shit every fucking time I get on this podcast and I talk particularly about fucking wrestling. This shit does not need to be this fucking complicated. Where in the fucking rule book that it says you need to confuse the fuck out the fans? Where? This isn't compelling television. This isn't keeping us on our toes television. This is stupidity, and it makes no fucking sense. And then you got the fucking nerve, the rhyme and reason. You got dumbasses that will get in people's comments and all this other shit and tell us, well, if you don't like it, you can start watching. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You are just as fucking dumb as the people that's booking this shit. Because you're accepting the stupidity of the fucking booking and not calling it the fuck out. I would hate to see you dumbasses drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Because that's exactly what the fuck y'all are doing. You niggas are a cult. There's no way in hell you think this shit makes sense. You could have had Seth win the King of the fucking Ring, and he could have challenged Roman, and none of this shit had to happen like this. But you wanted to act like you were swerving us. No, nigga, you're confusing us. You're not swerving us. You're fucking confusing us. Because it's like Seth was in the King of the Ring. Seth could have just won the King of the fucking Ring. Why the fuck they just didn't give it to Seth to begin with? You got stupid motherfuckers that will sit on social media and tell you, but this makes more sense. No, the fuck it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It does not make more sense. But people will swear to God it does. Because they don't know what the fuck wrestling is. They have not a fucking clue on what actual genuine wrestling is. You got motherfuckers that like a character not the actual genuine wrestling. And that is why it's hard to have conversations about wrestling nowadays. Because you niggas are just stupid. We tell you this don't make no sense. You tell us stop watching the product. If we stop watching the product, you will never understand why the fuck this don't make sense. Because clearly, nigga, you are a casual. You're a fucking casual, dude. I can honestly come to the conclusion that you're a fucking casual. Because genuine people that love this shit will tell you, this don't make a lick of fucking sense. If you want to do King of the Ring this year, you could have easily, now, not easily, but you could have gotten rid of, for this year, the rule that the winner has to win, the winner earns a title match at SummerSlam. This is the equivalent of a motherfucker winning the Royal Rumble and saying, I don't want the match at WrestleMania. What the fuck did you win the Royal Rumble for then, nigga? What the fuck did you win it for? What the fuck are we doing? That's the equivalent. Even though this shit's only been in rotation for 3 years, that's the equivalent. You earned a title match at the event, and yet you tell me, oh, Oba just doesn't want it. I don't give a fuck what Oba don't want. He won. That match should happen. What the fuck are we doing? See, this is the problem. Nigga, it's supposed to happen at SummerSlam. You can't just now bypass the fucking title match. Because at the end of the day, bro, it fucks up the rest of the booking moving forward. Because now Oba has the title match. And I said this weeks ago. I said they're getting rid of the Money in the Bank this year. I know they put tickets out for the day. That shit ain't happening. They have been looking for a way to get the Money in the Bank out of this circulation for this fucking year. How do you do it? You give a fucking title match to someone that already earned the title match. You can't just pick and choose when the fuck he gets this title match now. That's fucking stupid. This don't make a lick of sense, bro. Oba winning the match at Oba becoming King of the Ring. Oba becoming King of the Ring should have never ended like this. Oba should have never won King of the Ring, bro. It should have been set, like a lot of us predicted. It should have been Seth Rollins winning King of the Ring. That's it. It should have been set winning King of the Ring. It should have never gotten this far. You should have never gotten to the point where now you're having now we're having a hard, like, what was the point of the King of the Ring this year? What was the point of King of the Ring this year? We should not be sitting here saying, what was the point of a rule that you created, that you put in place, that you've had no issues with for 2 years? I've said this numerous times. They've not had a problem with this rule for 2 years. The winner of the King and Queen of the Ring earn a title match at SummerSlam against the champion of the brand that they are on. The first year we don't have this make sense is the first year Roman Reigns has the fucking title. How crazy is that? It's just a coincidence, I'm assuming. That's just a fucking coincidence. Because the last 2 fucking years, we've not had a problem. John Cena, Cody Rhodes is on SmackDown. John Cena's on SmackDown. He's a WWE champion. Cody Rhodes won the King of the Ring. He fights John Cena. Makes sense to fucking me. Gunther wins the first King of the Ring where this stipulation's in place. He's on Raw. He fights Damian Priest at SummerSlam for the world title. Makes sense to fucking me. Oba wins King of the Ring. He doesn't know. He gets to pick and choose who the fuck he wants to wrestle. What? Oh, now he doesn't even want the title match. What the fuck are we doing? The first year that this rule makes absolutely no sense. Roman Reigns just so happens to have one of the titles. Roman Reigns just so happens to have one of the fucking titles. Oh, you just a hater. Oh, you just saying shit. Oh, that ain't true. No, nigga. For 2 years, this stipulation has never not made sense. If you win, you get a title match against the champion of your respected brand that you're on. The first year it doesn't make sense. The first year that this entire concept goes to shit, Roman Reigns has one of the titles. All right, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm crazy. But this made no sense. Oba should be fighting for a title at SummerSlam. Oba should be fighting for a championship at SummerSlam. Oba should be fighting for a title at SummerSlam. He has earned the right to fight for a title at SummerSlam. If that was never the case, then take that shit out of the goddamn conversation. Do not do this tournament with that element ever again. Because now you just made every damn thing, every time we hear this shit now, every time King and Queen of the Ring come around, now we're going to be sitting here saying, are they even going to fight at SummerSlam? That's what you just did. You just killed your own concept because you just don't want to do the fucking thing that you said. You had a perfect fucking out. Oba is going to be so banged up from having a Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar the first fucking night that you could have easily just had him go to Roman Reigns, have a good to great match, but Roman wins. You keep Roman as champion like y'all fucking clearly want to. Roman wins, keeps the title. None of this has to be this bad. But instead, that's not what you do. You ruined your own concept. And I'm to the point now, I don't want to see this shit no more. I do not give a fuck about the King and Queen of the Ring ever again. You fucked up the Queen of the Ring tournament so fucking bad that shit should never ever be done again. And you fucked up the King of the Ring because of the ending. Like I always say, it ain't always about. I was like, yeah, Oba should go for a title. And you fucked that up in a fucking night. I don't know how the fuck you did it, but you did it. Round of a fucking applause, because you did it. You fucked that up. They fucked that whole concept up in one night. One night. One decision. You fucked the whole concept up. So now, King and Queen of the Ring, if you want to do it, don't ever put that stipulation back in place. Don't ever put that stipulation back in place because y'all chose to do the dumbest shit on the planet for these two stipulations this year. You have a women's world champion in the fucking Queen of the Ring tournament. Why is she there? Because you don't know what the fuck to do with her. And you don't know how to create a fucking storyline. So instead of you actually putting the work in to actually create a storyline, you're like, we're just gonna have her in a tournament, and then she's gonna lose the finals just so we can have the same fucking match 6 weeks from now. And then you have clearly your future. Win the King of the Ring. But you so goddamn scary to go fully through with all of this shit. You're like, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I guess, bro. I guess, bro. Whatever, bro. That's insane. That's insane. I don't understand that. I would not have done that. I personally would have not have done it. I would have not done it. Another thing I would not do if I was WWE is what the fuck I've been hearing, and that is that Cody Rhodes is going to be getting another rematch for the WWE Championship, and reportedly he's going to win the title back from Sami Zayn, who just won the title. Who just won the title Saturday. Uh, I'm a Cody fan, bro. I am a Cody fan. I am a Cody Rhodes fan. I want to point that out. I am a Cody Rhodes fan. With that being said, with that being said, there needs, and I mean absolutely needs, to be a sense, an absolutely genuine sense that if you do this move, you alienate 50, 55, 60, 65% of your fucking audience. Why, Brandon? Why would they do that? Because WWE has this fucking hard on for choosing to ignore the audience because they think social media is some fake ass place that when in the building they cheer this person. I don't give a fuck about the building. In reality, here when I'm watching this shit, it's boring and I don't want to see it. For them to screw Sami Zayn over like this, and like I said, I don't think Sami Zayn was going to have a belt for 20, 30 fucking months. Fuck no. But to put the belt right back on Cody is you clearly not listening to the people. And not the people in the building. I'm talking about the people online too. WWE has this problem where if it's good online, then we pretend like then we're gonna say, yeah, they know what they're talking about. And when it's not good online, when the reception is terrible online, you pretend like we're fucking stupid and we don't know what we're talking about and we should just enjoy this show and shut the fuck up. There's a sense of like, bruh, you need to understand this will fuck up your business moving forward. Taking the belt off of, and I'm not saying Cody shouldn't get the belt back at some point. No, bro. But there's a sense of like, bro, Cody fatigue. And I like Cody. You realize Cody Rhodes will be a WWE champion for the fourth time in 2 years? Cody Rhodes won the belt at WrestleMania 40. In the span, what I saw it today, in a span of 10 months, Cody Rhodes will be a WWE champion 3 times. And not to mention, he probably is going to drop the belt at SummerSlam to Punk, if that's the match. Which I know it's going to be the match at SummerSlam. It's kind of fucking obvious that Punk and Cody are going to have a match at SummerSlam. And I have said this numerous times since Saturday. That fucking match does not need to be for the title. If you can build it better at WrestleMania and it's a championship match at WrestleMania, then okay. Here's the thing. If Punk beats Cody at SummerSlam, what the fuck do we do? What the fuck do you think we're gonna get at WrestleMania? Cody versus Punk? We're getting Cody versus Punk at Mania 2. So what the fuck are we doing a title match at SummerSlam for? Why? What are we doing it for? You could have built. Oh my fuck. Cody does not need to be champion at this point in his career. It makes no sense for you to give Cody the belt back at this point. I've said this, if you want to put the belt on Punk and Cody comes in as the challenger at Mania, that makes more sense. And when I mean by put the belt on Punk, I mean after SummerSlam. There is no reason for this shit. Cody getting the belt back at this point is creative suicide. It is creative suicide. I swear to God, it's like WWE is like, okay, we'll give the people what they want. We'll take the belt off of Cody for just now, and then we'll put the belt right back on Cody because we are not going to change our fucking minds. We're going to steam right through this bullshit, and we're going to still do what the fuck we want to do. I've said this numerous times. I love Paul Heyman. I watched some of his stuff with Chris Van Vliet. But Triple H don't know how to fucking pivot if you paid him, which he gets paid to do. Triple H don't know how to pivot. Triple H ain't been able to pivot since WrestleMania 40. Every time a storyline comes up that we clearly say, hey, bro, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't go all the way through with this shit. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't probably do this. And what the fuck happens? What the fuck happens? He still go through with this shit. There is no reason for Cody Rhodes to get the title back at this point. You're just doing creative booking suicide at this point. Because as much as we could sit here and pretend and act like giving the belt back to Cody just to get Punk in him. See, again, I get the decision. Like I said, I think Cody versus Punk makes sense. But does it need a title on the line? No, it doesn't. It doesn't need a title, bro. Creative fatigue, bro. Creative booking fatigue. And yet WWE is going to just steam right along like nothing's happened. Like we didn't tell y'all, hey, maybe, just maybe, we need a couple of months, maybe a couple of months without Cody as champion just to give us a chance to kind of breathe a little bit. And instead, that's not what the fuck y'all are doing. You're like, nope, we're going to continually book this shit the way we wanted to book it the first time. WWE is playing with fucking fire, and I can't wait to see how bad they're about to get burned. I can't wait to see how bad they're about to get burned. Because even if you don't like Sami Zayn, you can honestly say that was a change that we desperately fucking needed if you are a fan of WWE. We needed something. Because if you think just continuously doing the same old shit was going to magically make us care about this, you are delusional. WWE, like I say all the time, it's their company. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. But at the end of the day, this is why a lot of people are turning it the fuck off and finding some other alternative to do it. And by the way, I haven't watched Monday Night Raw fully in months. I saw the Uber Brock shit. I saw how stupid that shit sounded, and I immediately cut that shit off. I didn't watch Monday Night Raw until the end when Seth Rollins came out with Roman Reigns. Which, by the way, I'm cool with that match being made. I just don't think it was the right decision to do it at this fucking point in time. And I am a Seth fan. I love Seth. Seth's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Seth's better than Roman in every sense of the fucking word. Seth can cut better promos than Roman. Seth has better matches than Roman. Seth's a better wrestler than Roman. I love that match. I love the idea of the match. I think it's great. But I'm gonna say something again, like I've always said. Seth needs to win. Seth needs to become world heavyweight champion again. But he won't. So I asked the question, what's the point of having a match? I don't feel like Seth's gonna beat Roman. I truly believe that Seth and Roman. I truly believe Seth and Roman. They're trying to give Roman this big win because he's never beaten Seth, and they're trying to give him that big. He finally beat Seth in a big moment situation. But if I was WWE, I would have it be the same shit every goddamn time. In a big moment situation, Roman Reigns can't beat Seth Rollins. And that's what the fuck I would do. I would just do that. But they won't do it because they have this bloodline delusion going on that this storyline makes more sense, and it doesn't. It's fucking boring and it's stupid, and nobody gives a fuck about this storyline. Outside of the Roman dick riders, nobody gives a fuck about this fucking storyline. Listen, man. All in all, wrestling is wrestling is whew. Listen, man. We are in a position right now of the summer where this shit needs to make sense. And WWE, like I said earlier, you are trying to confuse us to make it seem like you're telling a story when in reality you're confusing us. This isn't intriguing. This isn't speculative. This isn't game changing. This is boring. It's confusing and it's disappointing. It's extremely disappointing. I gotta do better. AEW tonight, Dynamite. MJF is fighting Mark Briscoe for the AEW Championship. He's not losing, but okay. But he will be losing soon. He will be losing that belt soon. It's clear as day that we're getting AEW. It's clear as day we're getting Andrade and MJF at. We're getting Andrade and MJF at All In. It's just not gonna be for the AEW Championship because Will Ospreay won. Will Ospreay won the Owen Hart Cup. Um, so it's clear as day we're getting Will Ospreay versus. I feel like it's gonna be Kenny Omega. And as great as that match is gonna be, I've said this numerous times. Taking MJF out of the AEW title match at this point in his fucking career. Why is he not headlining like y'all's WrestleMania? I don't understand. Now listen, Andrade and MJF are gonna have an incredible fucking match. Don't get it twisted. That shit is got match of the year written all the fuck over it. Don't get it twisted. The MJF and Andrade are going to kill. But at the same time, taking the belt off of MJF again, just to have Will Ospreay win the belt against Kenny Omega. Why? Why? Like, it doesn't even have the same energy, the same feeling. MJF is your top heel in your company. Will Ospreay is probably your closest baby face you have, your top baby face you have. Why would you not have your top heel versus your top baby face? Are you turning Kenny Omega a heel? Is that the case? Or is Will Ospreay about to turn into a heel with the Death Riders? Is that the case? Which I don't even think that's ain't even going to happen. I don't understand this. I don't understand it. I'm lost, to be honest with you. But do your thing. I expected Mercedes to win the Owen Hart Cup. Whoever didn't is insane. Uh, she's clearly going to fight Tekla. That was obvious. She was clearly going to fight Tekla. The moment she came back, it was obvious she's fighting Tekla. But people that sitting there and saying, "Oh man, the Owen Hart Cup finals were better than the King and Queen of the Ring," as they should have been. First of all, anytime Jey Uso is in a finals of anything of significance, that match is gonna bomb. That match is gonna fucking bomb. It's only so much you can do. Oba can help you. Javon can give you a match. Cody could coach you to a good match. Maybe Sammy. But it's only so fucking much, bro. Jay cannot do all of this shit by himself. Jay is not that guy in the ring. We've seen enough of him to know he ain't that fucking guy. He blows himself up. He blows himself up a little bit too damn fast in matches. And you just be sitting there like, dog, how the fuck you blow yourself up that fast is insane. I get that you want to yeet and all this other shit, but bro, that just it shows us that you don't have the stamina to actually be at the top, bro. Because if you're yeeting and you're blowing yourself up that fast, and the fucking match ain't even started. The fucking match ain't even started, and you already blowing yourself up like you ain't even got in the ring, and your conditioning and stamina is fucking horrible, and you can't change it. So yeah, but yeah, man. I expected the Owen Hart Cup finales of the women and men to be way better than the men, the King and Queen of the Ring. One reason Jey Uso was in it. Second reason, Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland was in it. And like I have said numerous times, Swerve and Will Ospreay had one of the best matches. What 2 years ago at Forbidden Door? It's probably one of the best matches I think I've ever seen. That match was so fucking good, man. Look here, that was a great match. One thing I would say about AEW, no matter what happens, is that AEW needs to stop having these long ass wrestling events. Like bruh, I get it. Not every match needs to go 30 fucking minutes. AEW gives you too much wrestling. WWE doesn't give you enough wrestling. It's like AEW gives you too much wrestling. WWE doesn't give you enough wrestling. Somebody's got to find a healthy balance. I swear to God, bro. Somebody's got to find a healthy balance somewhere, right? Like somebody's got to have a healthy balance somewhere, and instead, it's just not there. Yeah, somewhere is somewhere. Wrestling promotion got to have a healthy balance. TNA. Listen, Eric Young has reportedly left TNA again. I don't know if he's going back to WWE. I don't know if he's going to AEW. He might just wrestle in the Indies, which probably be good for him too. I don't know what happens with Eric Young. Mike Santana reportedly schedule wise contract is also up at TNA, which I am looking forward to seeing what he will be in WWE. I am extremely looking forward to seeing what he will be in because clearly he's going to WWE. This is obvious. Now, does he go to NXT first? Does he go to the main roster? Would I put him in NXT first? It depends. It depends on what do you see him doing in NXT, especially with the men's division that you have in NXT right now, with Mason Roop. Ruck, Mason Ruck, Jackson Drake, of course Tony D'Angelo, uh, formerly known as Evil. I'm still trying to learn that man's name. Formerly known as Evil is going to be his name until I get his name 100% down. Formerly known as Evil in New Japan. E.K. Proctor, Keanu Carver. Like they're building the men's division again. Like they're building it. The men's division will never be the women's in NXT. Let's get that shit out the way. It will never be the women's division. The women's division just pumps out talent. I don't know. It's like a conveyor belt. That shit. Two or three women leave. You got two or three women still coming. It's the most insanely gifted NXT. Like NXT just knows how to give the women's division assist. Like they just know how to do it. Now when they get to the main roster, it's a whole nother kind of fucking section. I can't. They can't help you there. But where does Mike Santana go to the main roster? My problem with Mike going to the main roster, and that's why I say I would prefer him go to NXT. Because if he goes to the main roster, I'm looking at it from the perspective of what the fuck does he do in the main roster? Because Mike Santana can be a world champion. Don't get it twisted. I know people that haven't probably seen Mike Santana a lot. They don't really watch TNA. They only saw him in NXT. The man could be a world champion, bro. He can handle himself. He can cut promos. He can give you storylines. He can give you that. That's why I feel like if he goes to NXT, he fits immediately a necessary need in NXT. He fits it immediately. They need a name of attraction that will give them a sense of like, oh shit, they got Mike Santana. I'm not saying he got to be down there for 2-3 years. Fuck no. Jordan Grace wasn't even down there that long. But I think rushing him to the main roster at this point doesn't make sense because I don't know where he fits on the main roster. I don't want him in the mid card. If he's not competing for the title, the main title, in the main on the main in the main in on the main roster, if he's not competing for the title on the main roster, then put him in NXT and let's just see what he does in NXT because he can easily carry NXT for at least 6 months. And then you could have him lose and drop the belt to Jackson Drake. I would prefer that. And then you move him up to the Royal Rumble. When the Royal Rumble comes, then you want to move him up to the main roster after Mania? Move him up to the main roster after Mania. But I personally would not have him go to the main roster right now. It doesn't make sense. There's also rumors that Enzo and Cass might be coming back to the main roster. I guess. Listen, I love Enzo and Cass. Vince McMahon did not know what the fuck to do with them. He wanted them only because Triple H made them into something in the black and gold brand. And he just wanted to get that same energy he was getting. And as soon as they got to the main roster, he wanted Cass to be the big guy, and Enzo was annoying. He was annoying, and he didn't want him. Do I think they might have a better chance under Triple H? No, I don't. I don't think they have a fucking opportunity. I don't think they have a fucking chance in hell. That tag team division is non-existent. So what the fuck are you bringing them in for? Zilla Fatu might be also be a part of WWE. Zilla Fatu is also rumored to have signed with WWE. Zilla's another one that I feel like he needs to start off in NXT. I don't think he needs to go straight to the main roster. I don't give a fuck if it's the bloodline. He does not need to go to the main roster. What has he done to be given the main roster? Even Solo went to NXT. Zilla is not prepared to be on the main roster yet. So why are you putting him on the main roster? It doesn't make sense. Don't do it. Don't do it. Out of all these moves, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm looking at it from this perspective. I'm waiting for something to pop off. I'm waiting, but it depends on what WWE can actually physically do with them. And like I said, if I was most of them, I'd be like, man, just put me on, just put me in NXT, bro, and I'll figure it out from there. But that's it. That's all. Yeah. Talk to you guys soon. See you guys next week. Yeah. Peace.